And thus, this is part 3, where I hopefully don't get cut off again. I, again, lost room on my phone, and so I had to delete some stuff. Hopefully, I can wrap things up and I don't yap too long. Um, anyway, as I was saying right before I got cut off, I've got a couple singles here. I got the Rock and Roll to the Rescue 45, which I did. I do have the 12-inch single, which had like the percadella and the instrumental cut and all that. This is just the single version with Good Vibrations live in London from '69. So that's almost like uh, 17 years old, about. Nice of them to think about the fans who don't have that, I guess. I don't know. I want to point out that the 45 is just really thin, and obviously it looks like it on here, but when I pick this up and compare it to even the Caribou single I have right here, of course that was 85, this is 87, 86 or 87 I believe, and just thinking about what, the time is, how the records are going out, and cassettes and um, CDs are coming in. So I'm guessing less was spent on the records and such. But I'm glad it was made. Nice to have the sleeve. Nothing big about it. The same thing on both sides. And I picked up this little gem. She Believes in Love Again, which was a single off the 1985 Beach Boys album. Not one of my favorite songs, but it's all right. It's a Brucey song, which is he's right there from the Keeping the Summer Alive, and I got this for $5. This is a demo. Yeah, it does say demonstration, but it is a promo copy. If you'll notice, the label is white like the other promo I had. But it's the same song on both sides, nothing different about it, no difference in sounds. But it was just nice to run into this. I believe this was $5, the other was $4, not bad. And thought I'd preview one of the pictures from the 1968 tour program. Great picture of Brian. Okay picture of Mike, whatever. And I was discussing the Dave, Al, and Brian, or the Bad Tour, as some have called it. It's not bad. It's Brian, Al, and Dave. That's why it's called that. If anybody's seen that, it took me a little bit to get that. I'm kind of a moron. But anyway, it was a great show. Of course, I've posted a couple of songs that I got to record. Unfortunately, during Cotton Fields, Old Man River and Cotton Fields medley, security came by, told me to stop recording, and I don't really know why. I couldn't really hear him, but I was like, okay, whatever. I had great seats. It was a really good time. I had a lot of fun. So I did upload Girl Don't Tell Me yesterday. And of course my first one was the Old Man River Cotton Fields medley. Hope you enjoy that. And then the audio to Summer's Gone. What I did was, since it was the last song, I kind of just put my phone down and recorded it, kind of acted like I was taking pictures. So there is a little bit of visual, not much, nothing great or anything, but it's great to just get audio of Summer's Gone. It's just such a great concert encore. Of course, other encores were like All Summer Long, Fun, Surfing USA. They played Little Bird. Dave's voice was awesome. When I first heard that he was going to do the lead vocal, I was kind of like, huh? And then I was like, when I listened to it, it was great. Totally enjoyed it. Probe and Gregory did the trumpet "Child is the Father of Man" part on Little Bird. It was pretty awesome to hear that. I was waiting for that. I was like, oh, he's got the trumpet. He's going to do it. And, of course, he played banjo on that. He played banjo on the California Saga as well, which was great. I don't have a set list next to me, but I do know Breakaway and Let Him Run Wild was not performed, unfortunately. That's a shame. I really love those songs. I heard Jeff did a great job on Let Him Run Wild, and Breakaway is just a great tune. everything was really good. I feel Brian was a little out of it. Nothing against him. I know the earlier shows didn't go too well. I think this one was better from what I had heard. Um, I really did enjoy myself. The guys looked like they did. The band was great. Darian did Darwin, great vocal. Scott Bennett did Sail on Sailor. Um, Everybody was just on par and on top of everything. Unfortunately, where I was sitting, you could probably see in the video, there's a big pillar, and I couldn't see Nikki Wonder and Bob Lizick, unfortunately. I got to see everybody else. I was at eye level. It was great. But unfortunately, I missed those guys a little bit. I had to lean over and see. And my last thing on here, of course, is the Beach Boys in Concert awesome hardback book. It's the Ultimate History of America's Band on Tour and on Stage by Ian Rusten and John Stebbins. Highly recommend this. I got it at Barnes & Noble. It was not cheap there. I would recommend getting it off Amazon because I think it was like 25 on there. But some very legit photos in here of stuff that we as a fans don't really see too often. I've only read, just a little bit here at the beginning. Of course, the early years, I just want to take it chronologically. So I don't, can't really say anything about everything I've read because I've just had a little bit of time with it. I just got it the other day after work. But some really great pictures that are not really featured anywhere else. You've also got a little bit of tour program items, covers, ticket stubs, promo posters as well. Really love this one. The Beach Boys, they've changed even more than you because they have Ricky Fataar and Blondie Chaplin, and they copy and paste Brian in the background from the So Tough era. Anyway, there's Ricky Fataar playing the steel guitar. But I know I'm going to enjoy this. I know that it's going to be a really fun read and really can't wait to get into it. I did listen to, I think it was John Stebbins talking on Pray for Surf podcast. Oh, great, the celebration years. That's of course the solo section of the book. But I did listen to that podcast there, and it was really informative. It was great to hear such motivation and positivity from John Stebbins. I believe this is one of the last pictures of Carl's, or I guess it would be his last performance in 1997, August 19th, in Rosemont, Illinois. It's really, I don't know if it's blurry, but it kind of looks like his son Justin. But anyway, I know that is a very tough year for a lot of folks. I unfortunately was not a fan yet at that point. I was still immature and in middle school and everything, and didn't know what good music was at that point. So I really wished I would have been a fan even earlier. But that's all right. Anyway, to sum up all three videos, really hope you enjoyed what I had to show. I got a lot of great stuff. I now have started my own Beach Boys related section, which will be my Jan and Dean stuff, Eric Carmen, Van Dyke Parks, tribute albums, a lot of stuff on that Pet Smile compilation. If you can find that, listen to it. It's so good. So starting that section is very, very exciting for me to have more and more items. But I highly recommend getting the Beach Boys tour book. It's really thick, looks like a textbook for school. I wish I would have had it for school. I would have read it during classes. And just some really good albums that I've got. I will say in the future I will review the 1968 tour program more in depth than I did earlier, and some other items. So I hope you've enjoyed the Adam Marsland performance videos I've put up. He had a great set list. That was about a month ago. At my friend Jeff Green's, they had a little